The stakes are higher than they've ever been. Have we been built to defend the Traveler? Have we been built to defend humanity? The Witness is going to bring all of that to the test.
What is that?
How would we react if we were facing extinction? And how are we going to stand together to overcome this?
You know what must be done.
Wait, is Osiris
We were
about to get
created for
strand
this
powers?
moment, to deal with this conflict, to solve for this enemy.
What the hell happens when evil finally arrives and confronts the Traveler?
Yay, more space battles. Our end?
The Traveler is threatened. The Witness is here. Callus's forces are here as well. The Pyramid fleet is here. Big shit is going down.
Okay, that was a
LightFall
minute
should
into
feel
the
like
recording.
you
We
have
should be
stepped
fine.
into the middle of an active war.
One of the values that we really wanted to push was making sure that you felt like the tip of the spear. You were the one who was initiating the action. You were the one who was taking control. You were the one who was attacking things. What this tone gave us the chance to do was to really surface the friendship, the camaraderie, the connections that we have to each other.
Kaido, we'll need your troops.
If the end of the universe is
Kaido's
coming,
like, I'm about
what
to
do we
dick
have
down on
other than each
people.
other?
Keep the enemy away from the Traveler at all cost.
There's a pretty
Oh,
big,
damn.
serious threat that is happening to the solar system, so we really wanted to bring that gravity and that weight into the story.
Yes,
In a major
this
way,
is
what
the-
we're doing right now is we're both setting up the finale for the Light and Darkness saga. We're pulling the Witness into the frame for the first time.
The big question has been, what does it want with the Traveler? What will happen when it finds it? And in Lightfall, it does find it.
I feel like the Witness is so drastically different from any other antagonist that we've had in Destiny in the past. You know, a lot of our Destiny antagonists are like kind of over the top and theatrical in their own way. And then we have the Witness, who's just so reserved. It's all about control with the Witness.
The Witness is here to finish what the collapse started. Now, there's Callus. Always been power hungry, in it for himself. He's now signed on as one of the Witness's disciples.
We're seeing Callus go through a transformation and emerge as something new.
My semblance matches my inner beauty.
Odds are stacked against you. The Witness has arrived. We got Callus. Everything's under attack. How do we deal with this? And then you find this thread.
We knew we wanted to do another darkness power in Destiny. Are we gonna do what everyone thinks we're gonna do? Are we gonna make like poison?
I was hoping you would.
No. We're gonna do something that you'd only find in Destiny. We're gonna go talk about this thing called Strand, and it's the web of life.
What does it mean to have a cosmic web that's connecting everything around you? How do you actually make that like an ability? How do you make that like a power?
We don't know
It's
that for sure.
Something that doesn't
Hell,
actually
we could
exist.
fight
You
them
can't
both.
just point
We don't
to
know.
fire, electricity, or ice. Coming up with the idea of the strings, the strands lighting up the world. I think that was when everything kind of started to come together.
Strand is unlike any of the powers that we've gotten before. We didn't get it from the Traveler. We didn't get it from the Pyramids. It is a power that we find is unlocked within us as Guardians. When you pull on that thread and you start manipulating that web, you can do some really powerful things.
We have some exciting player class fantasies coming up with Strand that we're introducing. So we have the Hunter Threadrunner, which is going to introduce this threaded spike.
The Hunter Super Silk Strike, it's this kind of rope dart. You're constantly moving, constantly attacking.
It feels fluid. It has an amazing style to it. It's just something we've never seen in Destiny before.
And then there's the Titan Berserker, and the name is pretty fitting.
The Titan Super is Blade Fury, where you weave these giant blades onto your hands. You have a melee attack that you can kind of combo indefinitely, and then you have your heavy attack, which sends out the suspending waves.
Can you actually rapid fire the melee?
And then
'Cause
there's
if that's
the
the case,
Warlock Broodweaver, the mastermind of the minions that we call the Threadlings.
The Warlock Broodweaver
I'd
super
like that.
is Needlestorm. You create 3 sources of power, and then those then get launched out, and then those fly through the air. When they hit an enemy, they'll explode. When they hit the ground, they will then charge up and then turn into threadlings.
Oh, nice.
All the classes will have access to a grappling hook. When you select that, that takes up your grenade slot. It was a hard challenge because, like, how can you make this idea of swinging through the world equivalent to a grenade? And so designers came up with this idea of a grapple melee.
So grenade or swing, you can't have both. Damn.
I grapple onto an enemy, which stuns them for a second. And then when I get there, I grapple punch, blow them all up, and start shooting, and then the unravel projectiles are flying all over the place.
All that stuff coming together was magic for me.
The Neomuna
God.
weapons, like,
That's
it took me a
Destiny?
second, but I think, like, those are repurposed moon weapons, aren't they? Like, especially that SMG.
Neomuna has existed for hundreds of years. It branched off from Earth during our collapse
The moon weapons were
and
good.
shut off any communication. So they've been secretly
I still
existing
use a
on
couple of them.
Neptune for a very long time and keeping themselves safe.
It was amazing to see how the concept artists made all of this beautiful art feel really fresh and new, but also a part of the Destiny universe.
I really like how Neomuna looks.
When you think
Like, I
about
like
how
it a lot.
to design Neomuna, like what's the architecture like? We're thinking of a lot of aerodynamic things, fins and sailboats. That informs us sort of the architectural form language that kind of looks unlike anything we've ever seen before.
The high winds, strong
Diamond
pressure.
rain?
We have that beach area where we show the sand is made out of diamonds. The
Diamond
whole terrain
beach.
is following up into the beginning of the city.
Wow.
The color, the graphic design, the vibrancy, and yeah, there's some mysteries in there.
The cool thing about Neomuna is that it's like this big neon-soaked city, but it has quite a spectrum of different environments.
I think my favorite absolutely is the Thrillodrome. It is an arcade lost sector, and I think we can relate to spending our days in a sticky arcade playing games with our buddies.
I'm also so excited for people to see the puka pond with all of the pukas that have been like such a mystery since Beyond Light. And then on the other side of the city is Callus's ship. The Typhon Imperator has landed square in Ahimsa Park.
You see that the city is indeed kind of in shambles in parts. There's smoke, there's explosions in the air, and I just go back to the teamwork of everybody getting into a room and thinking like, what can we do to make this feel high octane, very explosive, and familiar?
This is a city that needs the
I
Guardians'
definitely
help
want to fight
and needs their
within
protection,
the ship.
and Callus is going to do his
Like,
level
either by
best
the end of the
to destroy
campaign
it,
or the
and we're
raid.
not going to let them, and neither
I
are
want
the
to go inside
Cloudstriders.
Callus's ship.
There's a lot new about LightFall. We have this new location, and it has these new personalities that come along with it. They're defenders of this city, and they have new
that's
perspectives
cool.
that we really haven't seen in characters in Destiny, and that's taking the form of the Cloudstriders, Nimbus, and Rohan.
I understand what's at stake, Lightbearer. Far better than you.
Rohan is the grizzled old veteran who's too old for this shit. And Nimbus is the young rookie. Nimbus is learning on the job.
Nimbus was definitely a favorite of ours to animate. They're so boisterous and fun-loving and a little smug, but super confident in their abilities.
The Cloudstriders, bottom line, are cool.
Nimbus, on your stakes!
Please don't say Mr. Nimbus.
We want
I
the
don't want to
Tormentors
think
to be
about
the
that
most
guy from Rick and
scary
Morty.
unit that you've ever fought in the Destiny universe.
Holy crap, this combatant is very powerful. It means business.
So help me
It's
God, if this
incredibly
thing is just
intimidating. This
another
thing wields a
champion
massive
variant.
scythe, has command over all this void energy.
The Tormentor can like grab you, and that's something we've never really done before with the boss.
Throws out the scythe, has the player in his hands.
And in those
And
moments,
there's a
for
whole
Dark
ass
Harvest, we
animation.
actually do things with audio to make it feel even more intimate, where we duck out all the background sound. So you really have this intimate moment with this terrifying creature grabbing you.
Master difficulty and above, I guarantee the grab is a one-shot kill.
LightFall and Season of Defiance are two sides of the Destiny coin. And so on the LightFall side, we have crazy neon cities going on an adventure far away, sort of bombastic action fantasy. On the Season of Defiance side of the coin, it's a story that's much more closer to home.
Season
Are
of Defiance
Holiday and
is
Crow
about
gonna
the
make
ground
up?
war on Earth.
Please say
Cal's
yes.
forces are invading, and we're defending Earth. We're freeing prisoners.
Go.
Because goddammit, the
We're
two of
trying
those need to get
protect
laid.
the last city, but much more directly and under much more threat than we have seen in a long time.
You're working with Petra, you're working with Devram, you're working with all these people that
You're gonna
you know
do something
that are
with
close to
Devram?
home and that are battling
Like, it's only
for the
been
real
a
thing you're
millennium.
trying to save.
That would be awesome. Please do something with Devram. Is that a pyramid on Earth?
We have a lot than we have seen in a long time.
You're working with Petra, you're working with Devram, you're working with all these people that you know that are close to home and that are battling for the real thing you're trying to save.
Shit. That's not good. That is not good. At all.
We have a lot of weapons and armor for players to earn, and I'm super excited to see what you've been working on.
We have a couple of Strand exotics. The Warlocks are getting what's called Swarmers. They're these boots that will, on Tangled Destruction, create new threadlings at that location. Now they can either shoot it, or they can pick up a tangle and throw a tangle, and then that will also create threadlings.
Nice.
The hunters are getting this helmet that will help them grapple through the air. As you grapple, you gain this new ability called Woven Mail, and it's reducing the incoming damage except for headshots. The Titans get boots that will augment a aspect that they have. The aspect itself
I get
will just send
eyes
out
on
a
my
wave
knees.
that will suspend enemies in front of their barricade after casting it, but the boots will split it up into 3 waves. Whenever they spin an enemy with these boots on, they also gain Woven Mail. So pushing the front line further and further. By
So it's a
being
better
tanky.
Kepri's horn.
I have been caught by those boots a couple times in our playtest.
I like her hair.
We have this incredibly cool heavy metal machine gun that
I want this
fires
gun.
according to its own rhythm, where it gets alternate effects every 4th bullet, and then every 16th bullet, it gets even more added to it. So we have this pistol that will use advanced technology to find your enemies. And so suddenly you're not worrying about aiming, you're really worrying about surviving during the
Yo, dog, we
walk-on
heard you
time,
like the smart
and it
pistol from
opens you up
Titanfall,
to
so we put
consider
it in
your
Destiny.
movement more than you're aiming. Being able to lock onto multiple guys in your field of vision and then just obliterate all of them was, I think, a moment where I kind of went, whoa.
We're introducing a ton of new features that are designed to make sure that the player experiences are as good as they can be.
I think one of the things we're most excited about are loadouts and what we're calling build crafting 2.0, which is the system of both, hey, let's make it more understandable to how you make a build.
This I'm looking
and
forward
then
to.
Let's allow you to save
That way I can have a
build
loadout
and
for
quickly
each
swap between them.
subclass.
When we started the process of figuring out how we are going to improve build crafting,
One of the things that we knew we needed to do was make it easier to go from, I have never done any build crafting, to I'm really engaged in this system. When we engaged with the UI team and we said, we need to improve this experience, they came back with, well, what if we did a build management screen and let you see your whole build
I'm not sure. I
on
don't think
one
it'll.
screen?
I don't think it'll
It's
be a
all in
ton.
one place. You can see it, you can
Probably
read
like
it,
3
you
or
can
4.
learn. And that coupled with our Guardian ranks, that's
Or maybe
gonna come
5,
in
one for
and
each
basically
subclass.
be our first ever companion to every single player.
Guardian ranks is our answer to what should I be doing in Destiny if I want to get better.
New
We have
lights,
this
pay
track
attention
that
to
tells
this.
you what you should be doing. We're really excited for players to start diving into that system along with combinations, a way to finally say thank you to players that you've been playing with. We think all of this stuff is coming together to bring this more cohesive relationship between our players.
Yo, dog, we heard you like the commendation
When we think
system
about the
from
future of
Overwatch.
Destiny,
We got
we
you.
think there's so much more to discover. We're just on the coast right now. We want to get into the heart of this continent.
We are walking to our 10-year anniversary of Destiny, and Destiny being such a core part of our players' lives. We just want to keep building Destiny.
We've been talking about this antagonist to the Traveler for so long. In Lightfall, we get to spend time with the Witness in a way that we haven't yet.
We're paying off
I love
storylines
that
that
she
have
shows
been
up
coming
like
together
broken
and been
glass.
building for
That is
years.
so cool.
More questions will certainly arise.
We have this finale with the final shape that's coming right after Lightfall, where we're closing down the Light and Darkness saga. But Destiny is far from over.
This universe is about more than the conflict between the Traveler and the Pyramids, and we want to show you new ways to explore it. We want to show you new things to discover in the universe because we think that Destiny has a lot to offer, and Lightfall is the catalyst for that. It's high stakes, thrilling action, all at the same time, pushing the Destiny story to places it's never been before.
There's your raid shot. There's your raid. Okay, so we now officially, that's obviously Osiris, and his warlock symbol on his face mask. I don't know about anybody else, that looks a little green to me. I think Osiris is going to get strand powers. We obviously know that this is now Nimbus, the rookie Cloud Strider. We knew that was the Witness, so we just assumed this was just a random Cabal, but now we know who that Cabal is. That's Emperor Callus in his brand new form. "12 days. Actually, maybe not even that. No, about 12 days. 12 days. 12 days left before Lightfall begins. Oh, this is going to be a very exciting time. Very exciting. But let me know what you think down in the comments below, guys. I thought this was a fantastic ViDoc. They showed a ton, but they didn't show too much. You know what I mean? They didn't show too much. Also, what's up with this? What's up with this right here? What? According to this, this came out like a month and 2 weeks ago. Somebody needs to fix that. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate all of you guys over in YouTube land. Thank you again. Take care.